Hello and welcome to Country Life Simple. Today we're going to make another style of cold meat. Been to the supermarket lately and I wanted to get some cold meats, and geez, they're expensive. I think you get like for like 250 grams, it's like $4 or $5. That is pricey, so I'm going to make my own. Today I'm going to make some turkey cold meat. I will add, because turkey is very lean, I'm going to add some pork fat. And I've got my spice mix already going, and I'm just going to mince the pork. I bought turkey mince to not have to mince anything, but then I thought, no, it's going to be too dry, so I'm going to mince this pork firstly on the anchor shroom, and then add the turkey and the spices and some capsicum, because I really like capsicum in my cold meat. And then we cook it in the schinkenvee. So follow me. All right, we start with mincing the pork belly. And it is still half frozen. Anchor shroom on its side. Wow, this is actually way better than the Kenwood ever did. I'm impressed. This is the first time I'm using the mincer on the anchor shroom, and it minces a lot easier than the Kenwood. And I don't know if you remember, but the Kenwood, I had it on top, so I couldn't even look into this. I put the anchor shroom on the side, and yeah, it's working a treat. Really impressed. Very happy. That was easy. I'm not going to make this any finer because it is just the fat to sort of bind everything together, and it will dissolve a little bit during cooking, so I'm not going to worry about going through another dish to make this any finer. And like I said, I actually already bought turkey mince because I didn't plan to mince anything, but now I know this is so easy, I'm going to mince a lot more often. My mum really likes turkey, and it's really hard to get here in Australia. You'd sometimes get like turkey legs. For Christmas you can get like a whole turkey, but other than that I've never really seen turkey anywhere. So it's not anything I can pick up easily at the butcher or the supermarket. I'm just waiting until the last bit comes out. In the anchor shroom bowl I already put my curing salt, and you put I'm only using like half a kilo of mince plus this pork fat. And you only need 24 grams of curing salt per kilo. And then, like I said, I've got a spice mixture here. Up to you what you want to put in, but I put in pepper, paprika, ginger, garlic, cumin, allspice, mustard seeds. I crushed the mustard seeds, coriander. Again, I crushed the coriander seeds. I'll show you what I use. So I use this, which is basically, I'm not sure what you call it. It's like a mortar, and it's quite heavy. It's not stainless steel, cast iron. And I put my seeds in here, like I put a mustard and, what were the other ones? Mustard and coriander seeds in here, and then I just mush them. Sorry, there's my robot vacuum coming, wanting to clean. So I'm going to turn the power off. I'm going to stay safe. I'm going to turn the power off and take this apart. This is beautiful. This came out beautiful. Really impressed. As you can imagine from the pork fat, it's a bit greasy. It's a really, really sharp knife, I noticed. Washing up to be done. I'm gonna add the spices. And this looks like it's really hard going because this is actually frozen. Slightly, not completely, but frozen, because otherwise if it gets too warm, it doesn't bind properly. So you see now where this is a bit defrosted, it works better, and yeah, the roller is definitely the better tool to use than the hook. It's a bit too fast. And that actually looks pretty good. Yeah. I'm going to turn this off and put it in the chicken feet. So I've got the chicken feet here, which is like a ham cooker, and I greased it with ghee. You can also get plastic bags for this. I don't like that, so I just grease it really well. And then I've got my mixture here. If you do mix it for too long, or if your meat isn't cold enough, put it in the fridge first, or even in the freezer for a little bit, and then put it in the schinkenfett, because it really needs to be cold, otherwise it just doesn't bind. And all I'm going to do now is put all of this in and then press it down. So everything I had, like the capsicum, was completely frozen. The pork mince I froze, or the pork belly fat I froze for about half an hour after we minced it. And the turkey mince I had in the freezer for, I don't know, maybe like half an hour. But you see how well this sort of has mixed together now. That's how it needs to look like. Needs to look like a, yeah, I don't know, sort of unique consistency. And then we put it all in. It is a bit yucky, but there will be good hand washing afterwards. Obviously I washed my hands before as well. So So you really need to make sure that you do press this down. So the schinken feet comes with this, and I haven't put any ghee on that yet. And that is so that you can, see it has a spring here at the top. And you can press the meat in it down a lot. And then you can use the spring, you know, you don't have to fill it up all the way. I can feel how cold that is. So I'm going to press this down a lot. I'll show you again. There we go. And then when I put this on, I'm trying to get all the air out. And then I put the lid on. And again, the lid sort of presses this down. And you need a bit of strength. So there's like little indentations here, which have to match these here. And then you can screw it in, because the last thing you want is this coming up. And then this comes with the thermometer. So on the thermometer, it shows you the correct temperature for like various different kinds of meats. And that goes in here. And I'll show you the rest. So I use this pot, and I'm going to put the lid on in a minute. This is a asparagus pot. And you can see I put the water in. Show you. I put water in. Basically, you need as much water as you've got meat in this. And you see it's nice and cold at the moment. And then once it reaches the temperature, which I cannot read right now because I haven't got my glasses on, but it's obviously it's for poultry, so that's why I need to have a look. It needs to be cooking for 90 minutes on that temperature. And then you take it out, let it cool down, put it in the fridge, and the next day you can slice it. But for now, we'll put the lid on and cook this. All right, so probably a little bit hard to see, but the red is where poultry needs to be. So obviously this being turkey, the camera is fogging up, I thought it would. That's where it needs to be, and once it's there, it needs to cook for 90 minutes. So it's not quite there yet, and I just took the lid off, but that's fine. I'll put the lid back on, cook it a bit longer, and then, like I said, 90 minutes once it's reached the red. So I just came home from work, did my exercise and had a shower, and voila, there is my turkey cold cut. This is how it looks like. Beautiful. Hope you can see this. Hang on, I'll turn on the light. Okay, this is probably a bit better. This is how it looks like. Smells delicious. We shall cut a couple of slices off. There's always a bit of like gelatin at the top. Now we cut a slice to try it. Beautiful consistency. Now let's see if I got the spices right. Yeah. That tastes delicious. I'm going to cut a few slices for my mum because she loves turkey. And yeah, you see how beautiful the consistency is. Obviously, the finer you mince it, the sort of smoother it gets. But I quite like it like this. I think it's perfect. And there we have some cold meat. Easy to make, delicious, and you can totally adjust the taste to your liking. Give it a go, and I shall see you next week. Bye.